Hey guys, Vince here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a bubble chart with ChartJS with multiple data sets, as well as changing individual data set properties and overall data set options. Let's begin. Alrighty, so the first thing we need to do is go ahead and bring in our normal HTML doc type. And then we're going to bring in the Bootstrap CDN. Now, Bootstrap is not required for ChartJS, but we're going to be using it for just some page styling here. So we'll go ahead and create a Bootstrap row with a 10-column div inside of that. And then we'll go and create a card with a card body. And then finally, we'll create our canvas with an ID of my chart. Next, we'll go ahead and bring in the ChartJS CDN for version 3.9.1 in this video. And then we're going to keep our JavaScript in its own file, so we'll go and create a bubble chart.js. Alrighty, so looking here at the ChartJS documentation, what we see here for the data sets, we're going to have an array. Inside of that array, we're going to have an X and Y coordinates, as well as with an R for the radius size, and we should end up with something similar to this. So let's go and create our bubble data array. And inside that, we're going to create an object with an X and Y value along with the R for radius. And we're going to do that a few different times here. There we go. And next we need to instantiate our chart. When we do that, we need to go ahead and give it a variable name. And then we're going to do new chart, and we're going to pass the context. That context is going to be the same thing that we set our ID to in our HTML. And then we're going to set the chart type to bubble. And then we're going to create a data object. Now, inside of that data object, we're going to have our data sets. And inside that data set, we're going to have an object. Now, that object is going to contain a label for whatever our data is representing, along with a data key, and that's going to reference our array that we created earlier. And then finally, the last thing that we need is to give our data a background color here. So we're just passing an RGBA string into that. And we'll save here, and we've got a nice bubble chart with all of our data items. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and create a second bubble data array for our second data set. Instead of that, we're going to do, again, an object with X, Y, and R values. And then down in our data sets array, we're going to create a second object. Inside that object, just as before, we're going to give that data set a label. We're going to reference our new bubble data 2 array that we just created. And then we need to give it a background color. We'll save, and then we've got both of our data sets being displayed here on our bubble chart. Now let's say we wanted to differentiate the second data set from the first. So instead of having this point, each data point being a circle, we wanted a different shape. Let's go ahead and pull up the ChartJS documentation. And if we scroll down here, we can see that in the dataset properties, we can actually set the point style, and its current shape is a circle, and we can change it to any of these values. So let's go ahead and choose, oh, I don't know. Let's use rectrot. And we'll save. And then now, yep, there we go. So our first data set is now these rect rots, which look more so like diamonds to me. All right, so let's say that we have something that we don't want to just change in an individual data set. So with ChartJS, we can actually go into, if we scroll down here to dataset properties, we can see that we can change all point elements by going to options, elements, points, and then use these different properties. So let's go ahead and create our options, elements, points, and let's see here. Let's go ahead and give a hover background color for all data sets, because right now there's no difference whenever you hover over. So let's go ahead and just set a hover background color with an RGB string, and we'll save. And now we should have about like pretty much a black here on our data hovers. So let's say that not only do we want to change the cover, but we also want to make the hover here expand larger than what the defaults here. So we can check here for the different properties, and we can go to, where are we here? Hover radius. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see, what was the average? Yeah, we're in mostly teens, so let's do 50. Yeah, there we go. So it might look a little bit wonky, but it's just one of those different options that you can adjust here. So if you learned something today, please go ahead and like the video, comment down below letting me know. And if you're looking for similar ChartJS or JavaScript or web dev videos, be sure to check out my channel. I've got a goal here of by June 2023, if you're watching this before that point of having at least 100 quality videos, quality tutorials here on my channel. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.